Yo, what's going on? Welcome to Reckless Thoughts. It's Tuesday. Tuesdays is the day where I just don't go live, man. I got the pod, I got Expect Foolishness, I got a link up with Flex. We do our show as well, so it's too intense. So it's easier for me to just do it like this. Stay consistent, still drop content. So yeah, man, big up everybody. Hope you're not disappointed. I'll be back tomorrow. You already know what time it is. Anyway, let's get into it, man. Let's talk. Man United players are, growing tired, growing disillusioned with Ten Hag. And you know what? It's just for the people that are not new to this, for the people that have experienced managerial breakdowns and all this stuff, this is just part of the course. Now, I don't know if it's the media that are doing this because I'm like, well, what players? When you look at the performance that they put in against Man City, that was a team that was trying. That was a team that was giving their all. And that was a team that just ran out of energy. So for me, it's like, well, where are these stories coming from? Like, how much energy and effort how do you substantiate these stories? Are these stories built to turn us against the players? Even though I don't think there's a lot of people that are really backing the players. Are these stories built to turn us against the manager, which I don't feel there's many people backing the manager as well? Or is it just to keep Man United divided as usual? The media have their own, I don't know, the media have their own agenda, with this club. You can never know who's telling these, like, the lies that can be printed. Again, I haven't seen as many leaks as there has been in the past. I think a lot of the players have been locked in. Now, I'm thinking, who's on the fringes that can't get in? Most of the players have played because, we've been decimated with injuries. We haven't had a solid 11. So, usually in moments like this, you say, well, it's the good players or the bigger players that are waiting for their chance to get in. There's only probably two players that we really would love to get in that can't get in at the moment. And that's Eriksen in terms of the main, like, he's just struggling to get into the squad at the moment. And another player is Ahmad. Anthony hasn't been in, but he can't really complain. He's been given ample opportunity and he's done nothing. So I can't see Ahmad. I can't see that happening. And the other two players I've mentioned, like, not calling them shrinking violets and stuff, but you don't imagine that, disillusion and frustration and stuff coming from them. There was a chance I think was almost open to selling Eriksen in the last transfer window. He's going to go at the end of the season. So Eriksen knows what time it is. I think he's just he's just enjoying being around right at the moment. I think he's in that part of his career, like, very grateful for, him just being back on the pitch. Ahmad still got a lot of football to be played. Probably if there's anyone going to be frustrated, it would be Ahmad. He had a great season at Sunderland. Enjoyed his football, and it's kind of slowed down. The injury wasn't good, and he's kind of just not kicked on. Unfortunately, he's had a little cameo appearances here and there, 10 minutes, but he's really behind Forson at the moment, which is probably beyond frustrating for him. But I want to table this report to lies being told. I think they're just adding things up. How it breaks it down. I'll go into the article that it mentions why they're feeling like this. So it mentions about the amount of football we played. 1 second. Let's go into this. Here we go. Boom. Oh, that's funny. There you go. A minority of Manchester United players. Okay, that is just stupid. Are concerned about the running demands from Erik Ten Hag. Some players believe the intensity is too taxing after a 62 game campaign last season, and the workload has contributed to the club's injury toll. Well, it's like Man United have recorded 47 separate cases of injury and illnesses that have led to players missing games this season. That's a lot. 47 cases is more than it's beyond, it's just that's a crazy stat, but then last season was crazy. Like, we did play a lot of games and it was natural for these things to break down to happen, but I can't see players saying, you know what, we're working too hard. You're at Man United. You get paid the most money in the world. Like, I just don't believe in this story. I just feel like it's created to wind up people, because we're like, when we hear stuff like that, we're like, well, you're not even working hard enough. You lot are leaking goals late, like the mindset's been poor. There's been, come on, so they know what they're doing. A minority of Man United players, I'm gonna put that down to none. It's been a bit hard on us, but to now point the finger and say, it's because of 62 games and it's because you asked the most of us in training, that's what, come on, like, let's not be stupid. So I'm not going to put any energy into that story. Again, Fiorentina, interesting enough, they're concerned that Sofian Amrabat is lowering his transfer value during his loan spell at Man United. Absolutely. It's not looking good at the moment. I'm sorry for Fiorentina, but it's not a player that we're not gonna. I can't see us holding on to Amrabat. Now I'm a bit upset because I don't feel Amrabat's been given a chance in his position. Obviously, with the start of life to Kobe, it's changed things for him. I imagine Amrabat was going to play a bit more ahead of McTominay. Hasn't happened, As a loan signing, it just hasn't worked, Like, I did wish he could get a run of games. I really hoped he could get 4 or 5 games in the midfield where we could see what he could offer. Because we've only seen him, let's be honest, we've only seen him as a left back. There was that moment when Casemiro was out, but then Kobe's rise is just killed anything that Amrabat was going to do anyway. But even like in the midfield, the two of them together, Kobe and Amrabat, it would have been nice to see. It would have been nice to see, but we're never going to see it. That's over. Fiorentina, I know you're worried about his value going down. I think it has. This club just has this special gift of lowering players' values. He'll probably go home and do a. Remember when Weghorst went home and got into his club team and scored immediately? Or he probably do. What's that Bayern Munich player that came for us? Sabitzer, and score a hat trick. It could probably happen. On other news that we're hearing as well, was it Dougie? Here you go. Man United have identified Crystal Palace sporting director Dougie Freeman as their top target for head of recruitment. Palace braced for an official approach from United this week. Miguel Delaney says that. So when articles like that come out, probably it's most likely to happen. I need to check and research what Dougie's done in the game, what kind of players he's brought in, just to get a good vibe of him. But again, like these names that we're going to be bringing in, I've heard the concerns of some fans saying, look, it's all fair and good for teams like Brighton, teams like Newcastle, but we still need to win. We still need to be really competitive. We don't want players that are just mid. We want players that can take us to the top. Now, Matoma will be an upgrade on what we have. Elise will be an upgrade on what we have. But then one thing I know for sure is, and the manager gets a lot of stick, and a lot of people do get at the manager for the fact of, we're bringing in these players with horrible injury records. I hope we're doing our data. I hope we're doing the research, and we're bringing in players that are not injury prone. Like the Mason Mount one, he had an injury before he got here. We brought him in anyway, and the injury's been worse. Malacia wasn't someone with a solid injury record. Again, Hoyland wasn't someone that you could say has been out loads of times. Yes, there was some back issues and stuff, but even in these medicals and stuff, we got to be working out what's going on. We need to see the I don't know, the medical records of some of these players. Other ones like that we want to bring in. I know when people talk about Netos and all these other players, we just got to be careful. We can't. The players that we bring in for next season are players that need to go straight into the first 11. They're not players for the bench. So then we need to be able to rely on them. We can't be in a situation with a Phil Jones situation again, a Martial type situation, a Luke Shaw type situation. We need the recruitment has to be on point. And if this is what Dougie's job's going to be, I hope that's on the top of his list is we're going to do extensive research into the type of players that we're bringing in and how many games they played. If they're struggling to meet 75% of the games in the season, they can't come here. They can't. Even if talent as you like. You know, I was really disappointed. People forget about it, but I was really disappointed about not getting Thiago. Listen, I don't think Liverpool fans have got Thiago, if we're being honest. And that's a quality player. Quality out of this world. But it just, again, injury blighted. Man United, when we spend money, the types of money that we spend, we have to see these players week in, week out. I'm surprised Kenny is saying that Martinez has been it hasn't worked, you know, because of the injuries and stuff. I think the latest one was not his fault. He gets hacked, he gets taken down, and it is what it is. That's just the thing of playing contact sport. I don't think Martinez has been a dud signing, you know, and only God knows what happened to Malacia. Only God can tell us, you know, but I just feel like for Man United to be on the up and up, for things to change, this head of recruitment and this acquisition of when we do our job, when we do look at players, we need to be stringent. We can't just be, because we get done over on the finances. We get done over on the deal. And it's like, do they not show you nothing when you're trying to buy? You know, so hopefully we see a change in that. If it is Dougie, come on in. You know what I mean? My thing is, I don't know what's going on that board level. That's above my pay grade. I'll probably go and do some more research as a fan to see, well, what kind of players did he bring in his time at Crystal Palace? Was he responsible for finding the Eze's, Elise? Like, was he the one that did all of those? Or like that? And like those players, even there, there's that wicked, their centre back there as well, plays for England as well. That's gonna annoy me. His name's out of my head, but you lot will tell me in the chat anyway. But they got some decent players. Was he the one that brought them in? And anyway, even though they're decent, would they be Man United decent? Because there's levels, you know. But I've seen Crystal Palace give us a game many days a week, and other teams a game many days a week. But I've not seen that they're kind of in the shadow of Brighton when it comes to the business on the pitch, you know, even off the pitch. So I really hope these names that link with the club actually make a difference for us. A lot of people have put a lot of stocks into what Ineos are going to do. I really hope it works, honestly, like across the board. I really hope that we can trust and we can believe in these lot, and it will make this team a team that we can love again, or a team that we can respect again, you know. But all is going to be left to the summer. Listen, people, get involved in the comment section. Let me know what you think today. I'm not putting any belief in those stories about, you know, fan players becoming disillusioned with this style of training. I might not get out of here. I think it's just crap. But yeah, look after yourselves. Don't forget, check me out. United View, Flex and KG show. Get your tickets to the AJ versus Ngannou. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, innit? Big up. Peace. Out.
Drop a bomb.
Back with a vengeance. KG's back with an entrance. Big up to those in attendance.
Look at that.
Reds come together like Tetris. No rules, this one's reckless. KG, this one's crazy.
You're too lucky that.
None can compare with the KG done. Better take cover when he drops that.
Bomb.
Going on reckless, just it's on. It's that time when he drops that.
Bomb. I said drop a bomb, Dad.